Good morning, everyone. I am going to try doing my writing streams over here on YouTube now. So, if you don't know me, my name is Benjamin Wallace. Why would you know me? I've written a whole bunch of books. I'm working on more. So, I'm partly doing this to keep myself committed to writing, getting my daily word count down, and try and write from 8 to 10 Central every day and kind of show everyone how exciting the life of a professional writer really is. It's not always exciting storylines and book signings. The other day, I rebuilt a toilet. That was the big part of the day in the life the other day. But right now, I'm working on book 3 of my Shattered Alliance series. So I try to write in 20-minute sessions. Set myself a timer here and write for 20 minutes. Try to focus for that long. That seems to be helping. And then take a break, because you need to take breaks. So I'm getting on that right now. I try to write about 5,000 words a day. That's always my goal. Rarely make it because the rest of the day gets in the way, but it's a good goal to have. So we're going to set the time for 20 minutes. Where's the camera? There it is. And get to work. Well, we all enjoy the Phantom Creeps with Bela Lugosi. Hey, Peter, how you doing? 11 o'clock over there. I was wondering, man, you guys, you live in the future. You do. So I need you to let me know if anything big's happening tomorrow. But how are you doing today? Oh, good. Then I can expect a low-key day here as well. You already made your massive trip, right? You were heading out on a giant road trip there, weren't you? I've had a whole summer of driving all over the place here. Nothing is, only one trip as long as that. I'll be driving to Atlanta in September. Everything else is kind of only a state away. So 4 or 5 hour drives, not too bad. But I like a good long road trip every once in a while. I've got this second monitor here and it keeps blinking out. Every time it does, everything shifts up here. It's really driving me nuts. Oh, that'd be fun. I'm reading that one now. That's where I am on the Discworld series, which is abroad. I remember whenever I put up that I'm reading a Discworld book, a lot of people say that's their favorite. And I'm not far into it. I just kind of started, but I know a lot of folks say that's their favorite. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, excuse me. This coffee has not kicked in yet. I've never actually watched this movie. Quit doing that. I've had this issue with this monitor before, but never so often. I don't even know if it's something you all are seeing on that end. Oh yeah, yeah. And that's like we were looking at vacation here in Texas, and it's like you can drive for 12 hours and still be in the state. So anything feels like, Austin's the next major city around. It's 3 hours away. We're doing one vacation down there, and then we'll be doing a weekend in Oklahoma, and then one in Arkansas, and those are 3, 4, 5 hours away each. It's nice though. It's like it's far enough away where you feel like you've gone somewhere, and the geography changes a little bit. So, yeah, different kind of trees, a few more hills. We don't have a lot of those here. Yeah, I'd hit it if it wasn't so much. I've had it. I've had it on. It's been doing it on 2 computers though, and it's not. I don't know. It's brand new. I don't. I'll figure it out. But yeah, sorry for it today because if it's bothering me, I'm sure it's bothering you guys. Well, that is beyond my capacity to fix. I was hoping it was gonna be a firmware thing or something. Turn it off, turn it back on. That's happened a lot though. I'm looking forward to this one. This one's gonna be a lot of fun. This is book 3 in Shattered Alliance, and then I'm also working on. I've got two that are. I'm getting pretty close to getting 2 different books across the line. So hopefully in the next couple months we'll see a couple new books. There's this one and then a new one in a new series or standalone, whatever. It's not tied to any series just yet. Yeah, they've got to roll around for quite a while. We were cleaning out the attic last weekend and came across my notes for probably the first notes for Post-Apocalyptic Nomadic Warrior, and that came out 10 years ago. And I think those notes were from 10 years before that. I've been thinking about that one for quite a while. And it was very, very different from what those notes had said. But yeah, it rolled around in my head for quite a while till I got it figured out. So I'd love to be able to just crank a book out a month like some of these authors, but I don't know. I just got to let things got to stew a little longer for me. Robert G. Barrett. I will check that out. That'd be interesting. What was the series name? Alright. I wanted to make sure I got that joke in before I took a break here. So, the excitement here is I got to the end of 20 minutes. How far did I get? "409 words. It's not so bad. try to write this down. I don't know what I'm going to do with the information yet. Les Norton series. I will look into those. That sounds interesting. Need to figure out this. The thing is, YouTube. I haven't tried streaming on YouTube before, and it's telling me that my resolution's bad or something. But then it's saying, click here, and it's saying it's a good connection. It is optimal. Ah, well. Oh, man. It was... I got up way too early. It was part of a plan. I didn't think it through. So, I don't know if you've been over the page. Have you watched Army of the Dead yet? Peter? I'm not too concerned about modern political correctness standards. I'm sure they don't. Shit, things from 3 years ago are now taboo. It's ridiculous. Did you get a chance to watch Army of the Dead on Netflix? I don't know if it's... I imagine it'd be on down there if it's Netflix own production. My brother's up in Canada. I keep talking to him like, have you watched this yet? Oh, we don't get that one here. But I imagine the Netflix production would be there. We watched it the other night, and I was looking forward to it. Like, I liked Snyder's Dawn of the Dead remake, and it looked like a cool idea. It's just it's not bad. I think my problem was with all the hype around it and with Snyder doing it and everything, it looked like this may be a zombie movie that's more than a zombie movie, and then you get into it and you go, no, it's just a zombie movie. It's a little long, but yeah, it wasn't terrible. But it wasn't all I hoped for. But that's on me. I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up with that one. So. I was excited. I was looking actually what I don't know what the state of things are down there, but things are, especially in Texas, things are opening back up, and it looks like this summer we're going ahead with a movie season. And I'm looking at all the movies that are coming, and it's I'm excited to get back to the theater. Went and saw, what did we go see? Did see Kong versus Godzilla in the theater. Then what did we saw? Something else. There's another. We went and saw Wrath of Man a couple weeks ago when it opened up, which I was looking forward to because it was Jason Statham in a Guy Ritchie movie, and that's usually a pretty good combination. And most Guy Ritchie movies I like. This was a letdown. Wrath of Man was a real letdown. I don't know. It was like there were so many. It was so. The whole story was told so out of sequence. It actually got difficult to follow, and it didn't seem to be much of a narrative reason for telling it. Like you were in a flashback, and then there was a flashback within a flashback, and then I don't know. It was tricky, but it wasn't. It certainly wasn't what the trailer had led it to believe, and the trailer had been like, "Hey, it's just another Guy Ritchie film, lots of gangster violence." No, it wasn't like that at all. Bit of a miss. Still, I like The Gentleman. I liked Snatch was great. I liked The Man from U.N.C.L.E. remake was really fun. The Sherlock Holmes movies are great. I think there's a new one of those coming too. But the summer blockbusters are happening this year, and I'm really excited about it. And get back out in the world. Things seem to be trending down here on cases, and things are opening up. And I got a buddy in Taiwan. They just went into something called a level 3 lockdown again, and I know my family in Ontario a month ago was heading into lockdown again, so no telling. Oh. Is that all based on case numbers over there, or is some of it like political as well? So there's a tale of two cities going on over here between depending on who's running the state. Big ass monster. All right. Heading to another 20 minutes on here. Hoping to get through this chapter. We've hadn't heard of that one. I was watching him in an interview just the other day. Scott Eastwood. He was in that Wrath of Man. He was one of the guys in that Wrath of Man. Oh, I'm almost at the end of this chapter. This book is all about Captain Thurgood. I mentioned that before. I'll have to look at that one. Never heard of it. I need to look into it. Lemniscate. Well, let's reach for my microphone for a drink of coffee. That's how weak the coffee is today. Did it hit theaters, or was it is it maybe just on demand, or 2020? I'm looking at it now, man. Seeing these box office numbers is just depressing. It didn't stand a chance. Of course, only made for less than 5 million. Jake Tapper wrote it? Oh, so it was. Yeah, it was like video on demand. Huh. Yeah, it's got Eastwood's kid and Gibson's kid in it. That's interesting. All right, back to this. Alright, I got to the end of the chapter. So we're gonna stop a little early. See? 418 words. Goes a little quicker as the coffee kicks in. Alright. I stepped away from this one for a while to work on the new William Coy short story. Maybe further ahead than I thought on that one. So I kind of have to look ahead in the next few sections to see what I'm supposed to be doing. That was good timing. Than I thought on that chapter. Okay. The way I do this, I don't know if you can see what's going on. I've got it small, but I write a very, very brief what happens in the chapter. I'll go through the entire book, very loosely saying what happens in each chapter. Then I go into each and I do a first. It's kind of my first draft. It's more of an outline, I guess. The outline would be very basic framework of what happens. Like this is 150 words, and I map out the entire book that way. Then I go through and I do my rough draft, and that's what this looks like. So that 144 words goes to 800 words. Sometimes less, sometimes more. And so I blow out that very loose outline into very much a step-by-step of everything that happens in that chapter. He wakes up. His mouth feels gummy. He had a dream in the previous chapter. Dreams had literally left a bad taste in his mouth. So where is he? That kind of thing. He's talking to someone. Real step-by-step what happens. Like this happens, this happens, this happens. This is where dialogue starts to come in. She says this, he says that kind of thing. And I map it out that way. So then for the final draft, and the third time through, I go through and make all those sound, hopefully like a grown-up wrote them instead of like a second grader wrote them. So that's the phase I'm on now for the bulk of this book. Can't remember how far I got in doing that. There's still a couple chapters at the end here where like big fight happens here. That's all that one says. So when I get there, it's gonna slow me down a little bit. But I'm having a lot of fun with this one. I really am. I like this character. I know he's not everybody's favorite, but that's not my problem. Yeah. But that's almost 1,000 words today. That's pretty good so far. If I can average 1,000 an hour, I feel like I'm having a pretty good day. Alrighty. So, I think I'm going to drop off today. This has been an hour. I'm working my way into this, but I think I'm going to do my best to work my way up to a full 2-hour session here in the mornings. I've got some stuff kind of coming in I gotta tend to. That's I gave it this kind of goofy little title of The Exciting Life in a Day of the Author, obviously, because it's not that thrilling. It's not that much writing, and not even author, writer. So I've got this in the morning. My day's kind of broken up into this for a couple hours. I try to get in like an hour run or an hour in the gym. And then my afternoon is usually dedicated to, right now, freelance work, a lot of freelance work. That's I got my start in advertising, and it's what's enabled me to come home and write full-time is to do a little bit of the books and then a little bit of freelance work. And last year, it just went away for the most part, completely dried up when everything shut down, like a lot of people's work. But this year, the last month or so, it's coming back. Like I can tell, that's how I know things are getting better. Is I'm getting real busy, which means my clients' clients are busy. So that's a good thing. So I'll be doing that some of that in the afternoon. But I'll be back on tomorrow, probably unless Lord willing, and then I'll be on at 8. Try and jump on from 8 to maybe about 10 tomorrow. But I need to spend a little time today, too, and reading through my second draft here, trying to remember where I was and what the hell I was doing with this. But this is funny to me because this book has really... usually I try to keep my chapters... not hard and fast, 10 pages or so, but just it kind of always helps with the pacing to have something roughly that long. And this one has just been like what I thought would be the first chapter ended up being twice as long as normal, and then what I thought was going to be the second chapter ended up being 4 or 5 times as long as normal. It's the first book I've written. No, wait, that's the other one. This one's. I usually have characters to jump between, and this one is really all from Antarius's perspective, and this guy is a psychopath, so he's a lot of fun to write. It's really fun to live in his head, and he tends to overthink things a lot. So it got a lot longer quicker, but for a very good reason, and I think a lot of the humor is in definitely how he sees things, how he sees the world. So I'm really looking forward to, it looks like... I'm only on chapter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I think I'm across 50,000 words or something at this point. So, and it'll probably be, normally my books are about 80,000 words, so this may end up being one of the longer ones. But thanks everyone for hanging out today. Peter, if you're still there, it looks like you're still there. I do appreciate it. Have a great night. I know it's just about it's midnight for you over there, so. Have a good tomorrow, and if anything big happens in the future, you please email me and let me know what to watch out for over here. So, thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you later. All right. Have a good one.